My husband and I are complete opposites, and with the big stuff we're on the same page as far as morals and stuff like that, but we're opposites in probably every other sense of the word. Recently we took a trip and we were at this garden center, and in the garden center was an explanation of how these guys that used to work on this railroad used to go into the garden to relax and kind of refresh themselves from the day because they had such rigorous and demanding jobs. So he reads the plaque and tells me to go read the plaque, and then we both meet back up and we're playing with my son, and he said, "Did you read that?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." And he said, "It just goes to show you how far away we've come as a species." And I said, "Really? I thought it was just validation for the way that we basically live and raise our kids." And he turned to me and said, "Well, of course you do, because you say what's opposite of what I say every single time." But I didn't respond in that moment because I know better now that if I tried to either defend or fight for or explain myself when emotions are feeling in that way. So at that moment, he felt like he was being attacked by my opposition to what he thought. So I didn't respond right away, but then I got to thinking about the whole situation, and what I came to the conclusion of is he basically verbalized what I internalize every day, because I feel like he says the opposite of me sometimes just to say it. But instead of me going, "Yeah, of course, because you just always have to say the opposite," I just don't say anything, and I just feel like rolling my eyes from here to China. Later on in the day, I had to go back to him and I said, "Hey, listen, do you remember when we were at that garden center and I said this and you said this and whatever?" I said, 99% of the time, I'm only saying things that are in my mind, and they just so happen to be opposite of what you're thinking or saying. I don't do it on purpose. I don't do it to piss you off. I don't do it to be like combative. And you know what I figured out? Neither do you. Relationships are a lot of work every day. It's helpful for me in every single situation to look at it and go, do I do that? It's not easy to do that, because it's like thinking about yourself and how you're affecting the situation, because it's much easier sometimes to place blame, but it's a lot more effective if you look at it that way. What am I doing? How do I react? How do I take all that stuff? Bye.